welcome to my channel. This is the next thing that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do a Easter project using up my leftover drills. So I picked this up at Kmart and it was $5, bargain plus. It's paint your own Easter decorations and it has 9 wooden pieces in it, and they are all, I don't know if you can see in there, they got a hole punched in there, and paints. So you got everything you need to do that. There's your back. So I saw this yesterday and I thought, oh my goodness, I've been wanting to do an Easter project, but I didn't know what I was going to do. And just can't open the darn thing. And I saw this and I thought, oh my gosh, that's only $5. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So pull this one out. Okay, so you've got, alright, you've got a few different paints there. Oh, really, it's child proof. So you've got, okay, so you've got your paints. So that's some really nice pastel paints. So I'll be using them. Oh, look, you get a paintbrush. And some string, and you get these beautiful little cutouts. Well, they're actually quite good. So they have a hole punched in every one of them, but I thought they were so cute. Like an egg, carrots, springtime, happy Easter, a little chick, another egg, and bunny. So that is a bargain, $5. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to paint these up, and then I'm going to place my special drills. So my crystal rhinestones on these guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint that using the paints that came with it. Then I'm going to place my crystal rhinestones and my special shape drills on there, and then I'm going to hang them up. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but anyway, we'll see what happens. So that's the plan. I have a gazillion load of crystal rhinestones and special drills, so I put them all in here. So these are all my, what are these, marquees, and like different weirdo shaped ones. And this one I've got rounds, and I have my teardrops in another different one too. So I have so many of these drills, and I've been looking for a project that I can sort of use some of these up on, and this is going to be perfect. So that is my plan. And over there. So I'm going to go off and I'm going to paint these guys. And what I'm going to do is actually use their suggestions on the back of the box. So I'm just going to do it exactly like that. And then I will come back to you and I will show you how I'm going to go about placing the drill. So there's a couple of different ways to do it, and I'm not sure which way I'm going to go for. So I'll just wait and see. I'll paint them up first and then see how it goes. So I'm just going to do it exactly as they have there. And then my idea is, whoops, like using your little rounds, just your normal crystal rhinestones, and then I've got like little teardrops or little marquees that I'm going to use for those like sort of flowers. That one as well. So I've got some big marquees I can use as petals for the flowers and stuff. So that's the idea. So I'm going to go off and I'm going to paint these guys up, and then I'll be back to show you how I'm going to place those drills. Okay, so I've painted these guys up, and I've chosen a few of them that I want to actually put the drills on, because when I was actually painting them up, they're these beautiful pastel colors, and like with this bunny and this one, I love them like that. And plus I was thinking, if I'm going to put drills, and I've got drills, oh god, just like that, and I thought, you know what, I'll do half of them drills and the other half not, because I actually like them like that. So so these guys I will not be putting drills on, but it kind of balances out because I got some with drills, some without. So I'll pop those aside. So these are the ones I'm going to put drills on, and what I've done is I've just gone through my stash and I've kind of worked out how I want to do it, what drills I want to use, sort of work out my plan of attack. So I think I've pretty much got them sorted, and what I do now is I take a photograph. So I place them on there, and then I take a photograph, and then I take all the drills off, and I refer back to my photograph to see how I wanted to put them on there. So I'm using a mixture of your special shape and your crystal rhinestones, and some of them I will be drilling the background, like I'll be doing the blue background there, but I will not be doing the background on that one. So I've just kind of had a bit, you know, this part's the best part, because you can really go to town if you want to, or you can just sort of do it like in sections like that. So you could drill the whole lot, or you can leave sections undrilled. It just depends on what kind of effect you're going for. So I'm pretty happy with how that's working out. I've done my photograph, and I will show you what I will be using to stick these guys down, because there's a couple different ways of doing it. It depends on how much patience you've got and exactly what you're doing. One way works better, maybe not, I don't know. So I'll show you what I use. So what I might do is I might just gently push these guys out of the view of camera, if I can do it without wrecking everything. Get them up there. Are we all out? We're all out. Okay, so the first method is you can glue them on using craft glue, like that one. I use this one, Elmer's glue. It's cheap, it's great, it dries clear. It's wonderful, and it doesn't leave glue blobs behind, if you know what I mean. It's kind of thin enough consistency to put on there and pop your drill on. Just be aware it's going to slip around until it dries. So there's two different ones that I use. This one tends to leave like long strings behind, so I don't use this one very often, but I use Elmer's, and this was full, so it's half. I've used half of it already, and this is great. And if I'm missing any adhesive on my canvases, you know, like sometimes you might come along and there won't be any adhesive in one section, like a couple of drills, I'll put a little bit of this down and then plonk them on. It dries clear, you can't tell. So if you go the glue route, you will need to use tweezers, and it's going to be quite frustrating because sometimes when you pick them up they ping everywhere, but that's how you do it with these guys. So glue, you use tweezers. And the other method is double-sided adhesive sheets. These are brilliant. Depending on where you get them from, you can get ones that are really expensive, you can get them really cheap. I've used both. I'm happy with both. This lot I got from craftonline.com.au, and they're pretty reasonably priced, and I got them just in a pack of 5, and you can get in your A4 sheets, and you just cut to shape. How do I open it? How do I open it? So these ones are A4 sheets. Whoa! Oh! These ones are A4 sheets, and as you can see, I've cut them. Wow! So I've cut them to size, any size you want. These are super easy. I do this all the time. I use these sheets. They're fantastic. So if you use the sheets, You will definitely need to when you're finished, you will need to seal it, because otherwise you'll get dirt and fluff and all that sort of stuff in between your drills. And I'll either use my Mod Podge or something like that, or I got this from Bunnings. It was relatively cheap, and I use this when I do coasters and placemats and that sort of thing. Pots, you know, your terracotta pots, you can put your drills on there too. And I just do 1 or 2 coats of this stuff, and it works awesome. So, and it dries clear, and it dries pretty quick. So that's 2 ways of doing it. When you use these adhesive sheets, you can use your drill pen and just plonk it on just like you do with your diamond paintings, and I find that is the easiest way to do it. So which way will I be using? I guess it depends. So I think and I'll just bring him into shot, this one here, because he's quite minimal and I'm not going to do the background, I will glue these on using the Elmer's glue, and the tweezers. So I'll be doing that one that way. The others I think are going to be pretty much covered, so I'll be using the adhesive sheet. So there you go, there's 2 different ways of doing it. So I will show you how I do this one, and I will do, I might do this one on camera and show you how I plonk that one down with these self-adhesive sheets. So yeah, there's 2 different ways of doing it, and the effect is fantastic on both. But anyway, I will show you how I do those 2, and then at the end I'll show you what the other ones look like. So anyway, I'm going to get stuck into it, and I'll show you how I go. Okay, so I've got my workstation set up. So I have just a piece of white paper underneath it. I've got my my little doodah that I'm going to do, and I've got my Elmer's glue, and I have my fancy tweezers. So all I'm going to be doing is I'll either put the glue on the base and then put them on, or like with these big ones here, I'll just put the glue on the actual drill and then place it, or maybe not, I don't know. I'll jump in and have a go, but that's 2 different ways of doing it, where you can either you can hold the drill and then stick the glue on that way, and then stick it on. These big ones, I don't know if it'll go on my tweezers. Oh yeah. So I might do it that way. It just depends. Maybe with these guys here, where there's 3 together, I might actually just put glue on the base. But that's 2 different ways. It really does not matter which way you do it. So I'm going to get started on this, and I'll show you how I glue it, and then I'll show you how I do the other one using the double-sided adhesive sheets. So that's going to be kind of cool. But anyway, I'm going to get stuck into this, and I'll show you how it turns out after. Okay, and with this one, the little chick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the double-sided A4 adhesive sheet. So all I've done is I've actually cut, just sort of really roughly measured it like that and cut it, and then I'm just going to peel back one side, stick it on, and then I'm not going to worry about the overhangs because I can deal with that later. I can just sort of trim that off later, so I'm just attempting to find the corner of this. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm just peeling off one side. Doesn't matter what side, and then I'm just going to kind of stick her on and just roughly, doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to push that down nice and hard, and then once that's down, I'm going to attempt to pull that off. Hang on. What I'll do is I'll just roughly cut it around there because it's sticking to my backing paper. Just going to do it rough because I can fix it up later. Alright, so I just got those bits, and I'll try and see if I can get this. I might have to do it off camera because it actually, I struggle with this. There we go. So it's stuck down pretty good. Right, so he is ready to go. Now another way of doing it too, if you didn't want to buy the sheets, you can get the roll of double-sided tape and just do it in strips. Just do it that way, because quite often this is not very expensive. I got this from Kmart, and I think there's 2 rolls in the bag, and it was under $5. So you can also do this too, and you can just do it in strips across it and cut it to size. It's probably easier actually, and quicker. But anyway, that's 2 different ways you can do the self-adhesive on it. And then all you do now is you just place your drills just like you would with your diamond painting. So I'm going to get stuck into this, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so there you go. 2 different ways of doing it. This is a glued way, so I'll put that aside and let that finish drying. It doesn't take that long actually. And then the other one was with the double-sided adhesive, so that one came up much quicker. And what I'll do is I will just sort of trim that excess bit that's around the edging of that tape. And then that should be ready and raring to go. And then with this one too, when you're sort of placing your drills, I'll just find if you're sort of doing like when you have like the one in the middle and then the ones around it, I kind of like to place the middle one first and then sort of section them around it. And like with these guys here with the 3, I usually sort of do the 2 outside pieces, and then I can kind of get the middle one in the center roughly a bit easier. But that's kind of how I roll. It just depends on how you roll. But anyway, there's 2 different ways of doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the other ones, and I'll come back to you and I'll show you how I went with those guys. So I'll see you in a sec. Right, so all finished with these guys. They came up pretty quick actually, and I just sort of started the process and, you know, kind of went along as I went along. So some of them I've done full coverage, some of them I've only done part coverage, just because I kind of like to mix it up a little bit and sort of see what the effects are. So I will show you closely each one that I've done. So I'll take these guys out of the way. And I've got my little chicken. So my little chicken, this one I was originally going to do the whole lot with these little sort of yellow pearl drills, but I decided, oh hey, I might try and do the feather effect, but I don't know if it really worked, but anyway. And then my son said, no, just leave it like that, because I'm like, no, I'm going to cover it all, it looks stupid. But anyway, yeah, no, I'll leave it like that. Yeah, so I thought I'd sort of do the layering effect of my teardrops, and then I've got the purple marquees that go around for the flowers. And yeah, I didn't bother doing his legs because they're just too darn hard. But so that's my little chicken. This one was done with the double-sided tape, as you know. The next one that I showed you as I was going along was this one. So I want to show you this one really close up. So you cannot see any glue or anything like that. And those guys are stuck on there really well. So that's the one I used Elmer's glue for. And yeah, you just can't see the glue. So I absolutely love that. And when I was actually placing these drills down, because I was on an angle, so I wouldn't get my head in the camera, I didn't realize, but I put this one on crooked. But anyway, what are you going to do? So I thought with this one, I'd actually not bother doing the background, but I'd use all my special sort of shaped drills. So I have these sort of a couple of these left over from another diamond painting. I had one of these left over from another diamond painting, and it was perfect. I just blocked them on there, and then yeah, just wanted to mix up some of them. Used a couple little stars. Yeah, I thought that turned out pretty good actually. And look, originally I was going to actually drill all in the background, and I thought no, because if I do that it's going to detract from your special gems, so I just left that as a partial. So that's that one. The next one is my carrots. So this one's double-sided adhesive, and I've used again my crystal rhinestones, 2 different oranges. And when you go this route, I have found that by using my drills and going and doing the outline first and then filling it in worked far better, because originally I was sort of drilling as I sort of go, and it was making the outline all sort of wonky. So that's why I sort of, now when I do these sorts of projects, I always outline it first and then fill it in. And you're going to have funny gaps in there so you can see, but you don't really notice it actually. So again, I outlined the tops of the carrots and then sort of filled it in from there. So that's just one little tip that I found after doing a few of these, is that you don't lose the shape or the outline of your picture. So that was that one. So that came out really good. And oh, where's my other egg? It's just a dog choking on her water because she has to drink right now, doesn't she? This is my other egg. So I did this one as a full drill. Now this one, I used the roll of tape, and I went across, and I did it so badly that I was overlapping the tape and you could see lines in it. So I thought, well, that's okay, it doesn't matter, I'll just do the whole lot in drills. So when you go this route, again, you outline, you do your background last. So outline your pictures, fill them in, and then do your outline last. And again, I went all the way around first and then filled her in. So that's how I did that one, and you can't see the lines or anything. So awesome. And oh god, these drills, oh, those blues are just absolutely stunning. And I had heaps left over from that project, and they're just gorgeous. So it's that little one. And the last one, so I've got the flowers. This one I wasn't really sure how I was going to tackle it, whether I was going to do all of it in drills or what I was going to do. So I just started off with the flowers first. And I was going to use the special drills, and I thought no, because they're quite dainty, sort of smallish outlines. So I just stuck with your normal rhinestones. And then I did those first, and then I came around and I did the grass. And I've done just two-tone, just sort of mixed it up a little bit. And then I was about to pick a color to do the other bits, the stems of the flowers. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to leave it like that. So that's a little bit of a partial on that one. That one's your double-sided tape with a sheet as well. So yeah, I think they turned out pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is, see, they're really sticky still, obviously. So I will go ahead and seal these guys. And then I'm going to attach ribbon to them. And there's quite a few different ways you can do this. So I was kind of having a bit of a think while I was drilling away. And there's a couple different ways. So you can actually hang these like all on one string of ribbon or a string or something like that and have them as bunting. You can hang your individual ones on doorknobs throughout the house, you know, for Easter. You can attach them to a wreath and hang it on your door. You can make a hanging mobile, hang it in your window. You can do all sorts of different things. So with these guys here, I've just attached ribbon, and this ribbon is actually, you know, from when you buy your shirts at the store, and they use these to sort of keep them on the hanger. I cut them off when I use them to hang up my ornaments. Free ribbon. Yeah, so I will be hanging mine on, it's kind of like a little tree sort of thing. You know, kind of like a little Christmas tree it is, but it's made out of twigs and stuff. So I was originally going to go next door and cut a branch off my neighbor's bottle brush tree, but I think she'd notice because I need a big branch, sorry. And I thought, no, I've got this little Christmas tree thingy. So anyway, I will show you a picture of that, how I decorate that at the end of this video. So there's my ones that I've drilled. There's your little guys. I'm glad I didn't drill these ones actually, because it's kind of nice to have a bit of a mix up. Oh, dog's knocking the camera. I thought they turned out really good actually. Didn't take me long at all to do this. And you know, the great thing about this sort of project is that you can give these to your kids and they can paint away, or even, you know, you can get the coaster, like the MDF coasters or a placemat or whatever. Have your kids paint away on it, and then you can put your drills on top. Or you can do it yourself. So, as I said, I will be sealing these. I will just use this one. It's from Bunnings. Didn't cost much. So, and it dries clear, and there's no sort of brush marks or anything like that when I do it. So, yeah, so I'll be using that. So, anyway, there's just a nice little project for Easter. Something a little bit different, and look, it really did not take long to do. And I thought it turned out really good, and used up some of my drills, because you know we've just got so many drills sitting around. So while I was doing this too, I had a bit of an idea on another project I want to do. So this one's going to be ginormous, so keep your eyes peeled for that further on down the track, because it's going to be a huge project. Anyway, lovely little Easter project for you. I hope you liked my idea and it's inspired you to sort of have a go at some different projects like this to use up your leftover drills. So thank you for watching my video, and I will catch you next time. Bye!